True Blue Salutes are brought to you by Landmark Implement and Pony Express Chevrolet Gothenburg, Pony Express Ford Minden. With this True Blue Salute on the Rural Radio Network, I'm Alex McAvick, joined by Nebraska FFA State Vice President Dustin Andreasen. Dustin, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thank you very much for having me.
You guys have been on the road a lot lately doing chapter visits. Tell me about some of the places you've been and what you got to do.
We sure have. We're really working hard to hit as many FFA chapters in the state as we can, and so if it's possible, we'd like to be out on the road, visiting a different chapter 5 days out of the week, and just getting to meet as many students as we can, seeing as many FFA chapters and different programs as we can. So I'm really having a great time with chapter visits, getting to meet a lot of different members and advisors, and just getting to see those programs, how different FFA chapters work, and just the different activities that are going on at each chapter.
Dustin, walk me through some of the convention prep too that you guys are doing. That's, of course, been another big focus, and it's coming right around the corner.
Oh, it's coming way too fast. Yeah, but we are really starting to gear up towards convention. We're starting to write some of the speeches that we might have to give, or when we chair a session, we have a little piece in there. So we're kind of doing the writing, the rough drafts, getting those kind of geared up, ready to go, and then in just a couple weeks, we'll have to start memorizing some of those things, and getting ready to make it into more of a presentation form, and make sure it's ready to go for everyone at state convention.
Definitely. Dustin, it's hard to believe you've been in this position for almost a year now. When you sit and reflect about your experiences so far, what stands out to you?
It's absolutely flown by. Time flies when you're having fun. But these last, I think it's like 10 months now, these last 10 months have been an absolute blast. And one of my favorite parts would be definitely getting to connect with those members, and meet different FFA members from around the state, and getting to meet some of those members at the beginning of the year, and then getting to watch them grow and do their different contests and their different adventures throughout the year, and then kind of checking up on them almost, and getting to see them multiple times throughout the year. You might learn their name the first time, at a conference or what have you, and then you get to see them at different conferences or at a chapter visit, and really get to reconnect with them, check up on how they've done throughout their year, and then hopefully see them at convention again.
Dustin, what surprised you about your time serving with the Nebraska FFA State Association?
Um, I guess one thing that really surprised me, and I mean, everyone warned me at the beginning just how fast that year goes. But when you are applying and you get elected, you're like, oh man, I have a whole year, plenty of time to do multiple different things, make as much of an impact as I can. And you have a whole year. A year sounds like a very long time. But what really surprised me was how fast that time goes. It has just flown by. I don't know where these last 10 months have gone, and then these last 2 months, I'm sure, are going to be the same way and just fly by, and we'll get right into convention. So it really has amazed me just how true that was, how fast this year goes.
Dustin, it's important to mention too that on top of you serving your position with Nebraska FFA, you're also a full-time student. Tell me more about what you're doing in school.
Yeah, so first semester, we got to be more of a regular student, get to go to some in-person classes. Obviously, just being freshmen, our whole team is just freshmen at UNL. So nothing too intense class-wise, but this second semester, we're all online. Getting to spend that time with the members on the road, visiting different chapters, it's really important and necessary to be have that capability to be online and take those classes from a distance. So we're all online this second semester, and just UNL has done a really good job working with us and making sure that we can be distance and not have too heavy of a class load. But yeah, we're managing, I guess, and making sure that the importance and the focus is on those chapters, but also still getting some schoolwork done.
Yeah. And remind us, what are you studying in school and what do you hope to do after you graduate?
Yeah, so my major is agronomy, and then I'm also minoring in the angler entrepreneurship program. So after college, I'm hoping to move back home to the family farm, and then maybe start an agronomic business with my agronomy degree. So that's kind of the goal, and hopefully that kind of works out. We move back to the farm and get to farm with dad for a little while. So,
Yeah, I'm sure great things are to come. Dustin, thanks so much for your time. I appreciate it.
yep. Thank you so much for having me.
That again, Dustin Andreasen joining us, Nebraska FFA State Vice President, for this True Blue Salute on the Rural Radio Network.